If you just wanted to tell me a little bit about why you started working with me in the first place.
Oh, that's an awesome question. You were similar to how we were, like that was an amazing thing because back in the day you were students and then you made it and now you're coaching us and then it's a completely different feeling when someone's coaching you. And that guy was actually in the game, like he knows what he's doing. It's not just some biz op mentor who's done this like 10 years ago. And then now the game is completely changed. It's saturated. Nobody's using the old strategies again. Back in the day it was easy. And you guys weren't doing it when it was easy. You guys were doing it when it was hard. And then you still managed to make it, and now you're also teaching people that made it. So that was an amazing thing. You guys put so much work into it, and these weekly checkups, like that's the thing that I'm kind of sold on. Information is one thing, but now if you're really going to go through it and all that, it's annoying, and you sometimes don't have time, especially when you're doing client work. You don't have time for it. So that's one thing. Then accountability. That's probably the thing that most people are looking for. And like you came in with these weekly check-ins, and obviously it was a low ticket product, so it's only weekly check-ins. On a high ticket, it's probably going to be daily basis and calls and stuff like that. So even for low ticket guys, you did an amazing job. Like weekly check-ins, keeping you accountable, asking your goals, how you're progressing on these things, and that's how we kind of met. That's how we got to meet each other a bit more, not just these calls. Actually, to get to talk to you and get for you to keep me accountable, because that's probably the most valuable thing that you can get out of any program, just someone keeping you accountable and actually making sure that you're accomplishing your own goals. Because if someone's keeping you accountable, then it's way more structured than if you're keeping yourself accountable, I'd say.
I appreciate that, bro. That's awesome to hear. And that was all of the low ticket stuff, right? And as great as low ticket is in terms of like barrier to entry and getting everyone access to the information, but like I said, there's limitations, right? And
Mhm.
the check-ins, that was something that I don't know any other low ticket community ever doing, having like
Right.
someone actually checking in week on week. And I'm really happy I was the person to do that, because not only did I get to know all of your businesses so well, did I get to know all of you guys so well, but like I made a bunch of good connections and friends, and like progress that I got to see over the past sort of 6 months or so, was insane. So I think, yeah, that was really cool. And I guess my question to you is like, what would you say your biggest win over the time working together, your time working with me as a coach? What have your biggest wins been?
Also, the biggest win was definitely you already know it. I'm not going to mention his name because of the NDAs and stuff like that we have written, and it's kind of a hectic situation going on. But just Morgan, he's helped me close an eight-figure entrepreneur. He's helped me start working with him. It's basically a massive client. Like if you know Imagaji, if you know Alex Hermosi, Ty Lopez, these guys, he's right next to them. In fact, he's being coached by Imagaji, so that's one thing to note as well. He's kind of his mentor and stuff like that, and he's mentored literally pretty much anyone in BizUp. If you're working with people in BizUp, or if you know anyone in BizUp, then chances are he's being their mentor at some point. He's the one that actually taken them from 100,000 a month to 500,000 a month, and then from 100,000 a month to 1 million, and then to 1.5 million, stuff like that. He's a big shark in the BizUp space. And Morgan has helped me a lot just closing that guy and actually keep on working with him because he can be intense. He's very demanding. And no, it's a big business. People are demanding. People have big goals for you. You have big goals for yourself. So you're expecting others to have big goals as well. So at the beginning, it was very difficult. I had to adjust my schedule. I had other people that I was working with as well. I was getting very strict on time. And then we had daily calls. We had all these tasks that we had to do. And just I was kind of thinking of whether this is worth it or not. Now I was having a difficult time. But then Morgan came in the DMs with daily, weekly check-ins. And I told him everything about it. And he was like, bro, you have to close it, man. You have to keep working with it. Even if you don't feel like working with him, just do it for a couple of more days. And that's what I was kind of sold on. He mentioned the right thing for me. I don't know if he knows me so well, these DMs, because we only talked a few times in the DMs up to that point. But he just knew me, man, because he told me one thing. And that was the one thing that actually kept me working with him. And that was the fact that basically God offers you opportunities. And if you don't take them, that's okay. You don't need to take them. But if you don't take them, then you have to know that you're not going to get one in the next couple of weeks or the next couple of months, maybe even in the next couple of years. And that's what got me sold because that was like, yeah, man, he's so right. Because I haven't had an opportunity because it was kind of a tough time for me. I did have clients, I did have client work, I did have income coming in, but it was kind of stagnating. It was kind of keeping stuck. My experience level also wasn't the best. And I just came off a couple of losses. And then there was kind of like that some just spark of sunshine or whatever you want to call it, just some happiness out of nowhere. And then I was kind of going to give up on it. And then Morgan convinced me, okay, you shouldn't do that, bro, because like next opportunity, you never know how long it's going to take for it to come. And that's what kind of got me sold. He motivated me to keep on working with him. And now I've been working with him for longer than 3 months now. It's been 4 months about now. It's an amazing client. I've worked with him a very long time. I helped him a lot. He helped me a lot. He's kind of my mentor, kind of mini mentor, I'd call it. I didn't pay him. I worked for him, obviously, but he's taught me a lot. And I know a bunch of stuff like just last week, I went on a call with another client and their marketing team, and it was kind of an onboarding call into the new task that I was going to be working with him on. And that short onboarding call quickly turned into a coaching lesson for me just because of the experience I gained from working with that client, like that big eight-figure shark. So that was an amazing opportunity. All thanks to Morgan.
Oh, I appreciate that, brother. And you know what? Like that is so perfect because that's everything, the magnetic client method does, right? And that's what I'm trying to give to people is, everyone else is stuck on this flywheel of doing all these free tasks, attracting like low quality clients. They get a new deal and then they want to get another new deal, and they don't give the right attention to this
Yeah.
client and then they never see month two of the retainer. And so they're constantly on this cycle of like new, 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 new. They never can actually get in a business and develop their skills. They can never get great results and they never get like I said, month two, month three, month four of the retainer. So it's not really a retainer. Whereas we just said, look, take it day by day. I know it seems like a lot right now, but this is how A players operate. A players hang around with A players. So if you do good here, it's only going to
Yeah.
magnetically attract
Yeah.
more without you having to go out and seek it. And even already, I know you've went from doing one thing for him to now giving more responsibilities and extra deliverables inside the business, right?
Yeah, I got a promotion. I've moved on pretty quickly. At the point when I was being hired, I was only doing one thing. I was only doing content research and simple stuff like that. I quickly then moved into copywriting, then quickly moved into even designing some courses, modules, stuff like that. And now just overall managing the marketing, kind of the sector of the marketing with one other guy on the team. Yeah, so just the opportunity for growth is insane. It's stuff like this. Like when you're looking at it from a beginner perspective and you don't have any clients and someone tells you, okay, you have to close this many clients, you have to get this much experience. No, it's really not true. You only have to close one. Because then once you close one, then they start rolling in, or it starts getting way easier. Because that was even the beginning. Like getting the first client was the most difficult part. That was the 4 months or so when I wasn't doing anything, when I wasn't getting any results, when I was trying super hard and I was praying to God, okay, I need to get something, bro. Because like I'm working so hard and nothing's working out. And I was thinking quitting all day and every day. And then when I got the first one, they just started rolling. And after that, it started getting a lot easier. And after that, I got more in love with the journey. It got way, way easier.
Yeah, that's it, bro. And I think like there's a slight nuance to it, right? I completely agree. Everything you said is 100% right. It feels super hard when you've got this huge mountain of a task in front of you. If I've got to
Mhm,
always
mhm.
do outreach, I've got to always prospects, got to always do these same tasks that I'm not getting paid for. There's no dopamine. They're monotonous. They're boring.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like everyone feels that, man. But then it's like not everyone that gets a client also has clients roll in after. There's something that we've done together and something that obviously like I encourage all my coaching clients to do that enables that like, snowball
Mhm,
effect.
mhm.
It's all about positioning. It's all about how you turn up,
Yeah, yeah.
like how you even operate inside the business. Are you a headache to this guy? Are you adding to his to-do list or are you actually taking stress off his plate? So I think you've really embodied that and taken it on and clearly been a great asset to his team. And
Mhm,
that's,
mhm.
if you now think about the leverage you've gained, I remember saying
Yeah.
this at the beginning as well, is even if you just have this guy on your like, TV portfolio, whatever, for working with him for a month or so, like that
Mhm.
is more experience and better than any other outreach or anything you can be
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
And that, like, even like, it's like you went from, content to copywriting to managing marketing, and all of this stuff. It's like now taking that to any other business, they're going to be so lucky to have you. You're going to be able to name your price. They're going to be the one wanting
Mhm.
to name in your terms. It's like, it's so crazy to see, bro. And like I said, you're still so early on in your career. It's awesome.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, I left a crucial detail. You obviously need to position yourself right. If you're just going to come into the business like begging and stuff like that, and just kind of getting a quick offer with them, quick small project, and absolutely flopping it, yeah, obviously it's not going to work out. You have to over deliver and stuff. That was a crucial detail left out. I guess that's the effect of biz up, leaving out the details.
Yeah, that's it. The
Yeah,
emissions.
yeah.
That's it, bro. And I think like that's what we wanted to remove, right? The smoke and mirrors. So like what do we actually do? Like because like, personally, like, over the last 2 years anyway, I haven't had a client for any less than 6 months minimum, right? Even a small client. It's like the
Mhm,
way you do
mhm,
that, even when it's a one-off project, to turn it into more, is
mhm,
all about how we turn up, is all about how we position ourselves and show the value and how they perceive the value. See that it's a compliment to the business. You're not here just to take, 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 So I think it's so cool that one, we managed to actually remove those smoke and mirrors and show what we do and give you the things that, had made us successful. But two,
mhm.
it wasn't just luck, it was something that's predictable, repeatable, and you've now
Yeah.
consistently improved your income without doing any more outreach, without ever prospecting. It's like that's exactly what we wanted to happen. So yeah, I guess my next question is, what did I do that helped you specifically? Any sort of specifics. I know you mentioned the check-ins and obviously giving you a bit of like motivation and guidance when you landed it, but how would you say that I've helped you most?
Obviously knowing me. I don't know how you got to know me so quickly. Maybe just from these messages I quickly sent you because it was a low ticket. It's only a weekly project, but it's kind of amazing because even just on a weekly basis, just talking once a week, and you got to know what to say to me to just get what's going to be good for me. Like that saying with God gives you opportunities and you don't have to take them. But if you don't take them, then it's probably going to take a couple of months or maybe just only weeks, maybe even years for you to get new opportunities rolling in. So that was one thing. Just obviously knowing me, knowing your students, knowing your people that you're working with and what you have to tell them in order for you to actually motivate them and get them the results that they want. You guys are in the info space. You guys do coaching calls. You guys obviously you own mastermind. You do all kinds of lesson on not just outreach, but also on marketing, on funnels, on VSL, stuff like that. But they are valuable calls, you know. Like I watched a few of them and all of them just coming from the previous mastermind to this mastermind. It's a different scheme. You guys went much more in depth on the stuff that actually gets people results on the actionable steps they have to take, not just information and plain information. Plain information is important, but then you have to do stuff that actually implements it into action.
Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of fluff out there, man, and a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of 3 hour calls for 3 hour calls' sake. And it's
yeah.
like, what do we actually do with this information? You know, how does that put money in my bank? But I'm glad that you said that it's about like that you felt that connection, right? And that I knew you.
Mhm.
It's what I felt was lacking when I'd invested in mentors or coaches and masterminds. It's like
Yeah.
you're thrown into this group, you're all given this template, you're all given this same approach, and it's like, yeah, but what works for me doesn't work for him. That personalization, that one-on-one, like that, you know, the almost I want it to be the last coaching program or mastermind or whatever that anyone ever needs to take because you're given everything that you need specifically for your business from
Hmm.
processes, systems, frameworks, you know, like delivering results, whatever it may be, to never need a coach again, you know, because it used to really annoy me. Is it goes back to like the personal trainer analogy, right? If you're after 6 months still paying the same personal trainer, like the same thing, and your body's the same, it's like, well, he's failed. They should be
Yeah.
done. I should be still paying you. And it's the same with the
Hmm.
monthly low ticket communities that, well, you shouldn't be paying someone the same thing for a whole year, month for month, and nothing's changed. The coach has failed his job at that point. So yeah, I'm really glad that that's been the side that you actually felt and has impacted you. So I guess like, you know, for someone on the fence of joining my mentorship program where they're going to be working one-on-one with me and we're going to be taking them from feast and famine cycle to predictable, reliable, and consistent income, what would you say to someone on the fence there?
Oh, on the fence. Yeah, obviously the same thing that you told me in the DMs when I was first getting on board with that client. It's like the closer you are to the things that are going to impact your life the most, the more doubt you're going to feel, and the more you're going to kind of feel like you're being repelled from these opportunities, or that you're not worthy of them, or that you're not ready for them. Like, and that feeling is complete bullshit. You have to be honest with yourself. If you got an opportunity, then God gave it to you for a reason, and you have to take it, or at least you have to try it. You don't have to take it. At the beginning, I wasn't really sure whether I'm going to take the deal or not. Like, you convinced me to do it for a few days, and I like that mindset. I like the fact, okay, I'm not fully sure on it. But I'm not going to just plain out quit, just tell God, okay, I don't want this. No, 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 that's offensive, you know. He offered me something. It's like someone offering you a gift and you don't even look at it. You don't even try it, you know. It's horrible. You want to at least give it a try. So even if you're skeptical about Morgan's mentorship and stuff like that, I'd highly suggest it that you give it a try. Just get a small bite and then see how it is because I'm sure that you will love it. Get to know each other with Morgan after you build that connection, just as he's built with me on the basis where he even knew what things he has to tell me in order for me to do what I have to do in order for me to get results, you know. So that.
Thank you very much. That's honestly amazing. And yeah, I'm really grateful. One for you for, you know, all the action you take and like you've been an amazing coaching client, brother. And it's awesome to
Mhm,
see you shining now. And I have no doubts that this is just the beginning. And this one client is going to turn into many more big fish because as we know,
mhm, mhm.
players hang around with A players. And bro, you are very, very quickly becoming the top of the top and that A player. So it's absolutely awesome to see. And yeah, thank you very much for your time today, man. It's been great.